readers. Because hello, internet. We're finishing this book for volume 6. I know, kind of tough breaking. But either way, let's get to it. So we just got done with chapter 46. And it's pretty interesting. It starts off with, Kiba, Hinata, and Shino's team. And another team, the other team, they got the bug. And apparently Kiba has a dog named Akamaru. And he just straight up knew where he was at. Sorry. Excuse me. So, one team down. And Anko, she just smiled like, yes, let the chaos begin. By the way, back to Team 7. Naruto, he went to go take a pee. And he came back. Something's off about him. Sasuke's like, something's off. So he just straight up punched him. It's going to be showing. I don't know why I'm telling you this. But either way, and Sakura's like, wait, why did you just punch him? And Sasuke said, well, Naruto used his kunai on the other hand. And he's also missing a scratch that he got from Anko. So pretty much, yeah, and it leads to a whole time chaos, which Sasuke saves Naruto, beats up the guy. Apparently he has some weird mouth respirator and some weird clothing like he's from an insane asylum. But either way, Sasuke's like, okay, let's make a password, and it's just some poem. And Sakura and Naruto Sakura actually got it down. Naruto's just like, can we just use swordfish? So pretty much, yeah. And then apparently 3 random dudes came up. Well, the dude that was licking that gave Anko back her kunai, that one panel from last video. Yeah, he just wants to take their scroll from him. And he was disguised as Naruto. Because first of all, Naruto is not that smart to remember. That's poem. But either way, it's now a fight. So let's continue on to chapter 47. We just finished chapter 47. And it's a lot. So we get to figure out that Naruto, he's right next to a giant snake. Yes, yeah, it's humongous. I swear if I see... Okay, I'm just gonna go over that. But we also get to know that, hey, Team 7 has the Heaven Scroll. And this guy with the weird hat, I forgot what they're called. But he has the Earth Scroll, and he just scarfs it down. And then he just starts putting his finger in his eye. So, yeah. But either way, he casts a genjutsu on Sakura and Sasuke, and it just scares the crap out of them. Like, they're just shaking. So Sasuke stabs himself with a kunai to save Sakura, and then a snake came behind to eat him, to eat Sasuke. Sasuke gets nervous. Naruto comes up like, haha, sorry Sasuke, I don't remember the password. So, yeah, let's continue, shall we? Just finished chapter 8, and there is a lot to talk about. So, Sasuke, he's at the point of weakness. He's like, okay, I'm scared. If I give you this scroll, maybe you can leave us alone. And Naruto's like, you big chicken. If we even gave him the scroll, he could just kill us. So, yeah. And Naruto calls him a coward. And this mysterious person, I swear to you, the manga panel, his eyes are split with him licking his face. Well, it's also going to pop up on the screen, but either way. And, Naruto started attacking this dude, and this dude summoned a giant snake to whack Naruto up, but Naruto came crashing down and just absolutely beat the snake. And Naruto's just standing there, 3 marks and fox eyes, saying, are you okay, you big chicken? Call back to during the Land of Waves arc when Sasuke saved Naruto and said, are you okay, you big chicken? Amazing callback to like 4 volumes ago. amazing comeback. But either way, that's pretty much it. So let's continue, shall we? So let's finish chapter 49. It's interesting. So we get to learn that the guy that Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are fighting are actually dead. It's just some dude impersonating them. But you know, I'm gonna spoil the name. But this dude, he grabs Naruto's belly. He sees the tattoo and he's like, ah, so the nine-tailed fox spread is still alive, is he? And just says, five-prong shield, hits his stomach, and that's the whole and just throws him somewhere. And Sasuke, he's just like, okay, I am a coward. And he just gets fury in his eyes because he remembers that his brother told him, yeah, you're not strong enough to kill me yet. So, you know, and that just ignites the flame. And this dude's like, oh ho ho, his ancestors are demanding blood. You know, Sasuke, he just burns this dude's face. He just burns it. And this dude is like, oh ho ho ho. But Anko, she's still panicking. She's like, tell the Hokage, get the black off filter right now. So this guy, apparently he's very big deal. Well, for y'all, because I already read the full read the full story of Naruto, so yeah. But either way, this dude drops Sasuke's brother's name, Itachi's name. And Sasuke's like, how do you know Itachi? Who are you? And this man drops the most coldest line while burning the Heaven Scroll. I am Orochimaru, the Great Snake. If you ever like a rematch, complete this exam fast as you can. And he just leaves a mark on him. His neck longens and just bites him, and it left a mark. So, yeah. Let's continue, shall we? Just finished chapter 50. You know, it's interesting. It starts off with Anko trying to find Orochimaru. And you know, she's just like, Orochimaru, and he's just in the background, in the tree, just staring at her. And it's kind of shocking. She's like, okay, I'm gonna put you to death with me. And then it just completely fails. And we learned that Orochimaru actually took Anko in as a child and left his mark on her. You know, Orochimaru, he just straight up telling her, yeah, I just left a mark on a boy, see ya, and just leaves. Back at Lee's group, Lee and his gang are just like, okay, let's split up. We'll come back in a couple of hours. And so they just split up, and we get to see the 3 Sound Ninja. Yes, 3 Sound Ninja from the small Sound Ninja village. You know, they're like, alright, our target's Sasuke Uchiha. That's pretty much it. We can kill the other 2. So, yeah, that's pretty much the whole entire chapter. So, let's continue. Just finished chapter 51. And it's getting interesting. It starts off with, you know, Sakura. She's just sitting around, trying not to go to sleep. You know, the 3 sounding, well, there's just a squirrel, you know. It's running to Sakura. It's a cute squirrel, may I add. I kind of want it as a pet. Okay, stop doing that. But either way, you know, it was coming. Sakura, she gets nervous, throws a kunai. And the guys are like, did she notice a bomb? The 3 Sound Ninja. They're just thinking, maybe she saw the bomb. And the main guy, he was like, nah, it's something else. But we get to see Neji, who is Lee's teammate, one of his teammates. You know, he's just in the wild, just trying to look for a scroll or food. And who knows, Ino, Shikamaru, and Choji. They're just hiding, they're just hiding in a bush, you know. And Ino's like, okay, I have a strategy. But Neji calls them out like, hey, if you're hiding in that bush, then get out. It's kind of creepy, because he wasn't even staring at them. So they come out, does her little trick, trying to like flirt with him and seduce him. I don't know why that would work. But Neji's just like, it would be a disgrace if I took your scroll, so just hide back in the bush. She just raises her hand when Neji's just in the complete opposite direction, and he's just like, okay, so that hand gesture makes me think you want to fight. She's freaked out, but all three of them went back into the bush. We cut to Lee. He's training. He's trying to catch 20 leaves. Then, when he gets to the 19 leaves, to 19 out of 20, he sees a squirrel fire. I think Kishimoto just really wanted Lee to never date Sakura, because he said, okay, if I catch all 20 leaves, Sakura will finally date me. And he failed because of the squirrel burning. So that's pretty much it. But cut back to Sakura. The three sound ninja, they come out of nowhere. And I think one of them's on something, because if you take a look at the middle dude and his eye, it looks like he's on something. But either way, he comes up, he notices, oh, look at that. That grass ain't supposed to grow there. Freshly turned grass. Realizes it's a trap. Or thinking it was a trap. Goes over to Sakura. Sakura sets off a real trap, which a log comes in. And, they absolutely destroy it. But here comes Lee. Kind of hurricane. And Sakura's like, wow, who is this dude? They get in a fight, but we don't really get into the fight. They just say, okay, let's fight now. So, let's get into chapter 52. Let's finish chapter 52, if I'm not mistaken, because this video took 3 days to film. Yeah, 52. But either way, we get to see that Lee actually notices one technique that is technically forbidden. And it's the forward lotus technique. And as you can see in a second, it absolutely looks insane. But either way, the three sound ninja, one of them, the guy from a couple of seconds ago, the guy in the middle, he almost got his head split in half. But the other dude, he just placed his arms in the ground and made the sand soft. The dude with the whole mask thing, the middle one, he just wipes at Lee. Turns out that he kind of uses noise to, like, hurt people. So, like, right now, Lee is just, like, dizzy. He's just like, oh. By the way, let's continue. So, finished chapter 53. And that's good. I think I don't remember if I mentioned it, but, she's a simp. I know I didn't mention that part, but either way, Shikamaru and Choji, their plan is like to get Naruto, but shuts it down because Sakura and Naruto are weak, but they have Sasuke. And Choji's just like, oh wait, Sasuke's knocked out with Naruto and Sakura's defending him. And they're like, what? But either way, I forgot to mention that part, I believe. But it goes over to them. It's having flashbacks to when her and Sakura were kids and how they became rivals. Not the full story there yet, but we're getting there. But either way, Lee's getting his butt kicked. The girl from the sound holding Sakura's hair, and she's just teasing her because she uses nothing but conditioner. And that's pretty much it. Okay, I just made the camera angle worse for me. I'm gonna move this, like, perfect. But either way, it's like, but either way, she grabs her kunai and slice her hair off to symbolize, I kind of don't need the hair anymore. And that's pretty much it for this chapter, so let's continue. Well, I just finished chapter 54, and that's it for volume 6. But either way, it's just like a little flashback, like, oh, Sakura, oh, Sasuke has likes people with long hair, I'm gonna grow my hair up for Sasuke, all that. But we do see Sakura's cut hair, I'll show in a second. But at the final page, comes out, Shikamaru comes out with Choji carrying him. And, everyone was shocked, but also Sakura kind of got the jump on the sound guy before and the others came out. Like, she was defending on her own. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. for this video. Sorry it took so long to even post this. I'm probably gonna post it tomorrow when recording this, but because it's so close to bedtime. But either way, I'll see y'all guys in the next video, which probably comes out like Saturday or maybe even Monday, who knows. But that's gonna be it. See you later, and remember, I'm some guy in his pajamas reading manga. It's been a good one. Peace.